Hey, it's John McCabe. Welcome to the show. Hey, welcome to the John A. McCabe Show today, where it's all about accelerating your authority in your business or field of expertise. And I do that by helping entrepreneurs, business owners, authors, experts, and speakers get seen, get heard, get noticed on any device, anywhere, anytime, with as little as 15 hours worth of effort, also known as the Authority Acceleration Blueprint. Now it's Hot Seat Coaching Thursday, and I have a great guest coming into the studio today looking for some help to grow her coaching business into a six-figure-a-year business. First, a little background information on my guest today. Tanya Hrehirchuk is a clinical hypnotherapist, master life coach, dating expert, and psychic medium. That's right, she talks to dead people and loves it. Tanya is a born teacher and teaches hypnotherapy, life coaching, and psychic development courses as certified programs. She has a new book coming out called The Art of Femininity, Stepping into Your Feminine Power. She has a young girls summer day camp as well called Little Divas. Now, her coaching certification program is based on the law of attraction and Erickson method and includes neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP, reprogramming the mind to think differently, more positively, and results-driven. Now, her greatest passion is helping others achieve their goals and soaring beyond expectations, pushing them out of their comfort zones into a direct and no BS manner, yet in a gentle, soul-based manner as well. Now, Tanya always knew she wanted to have her own business while working in the corporate world. She transitioned from corporate life to her own business. She's genuine, has a lot of integrity, and those are some key aspects that Tanya looks for in a lot of her clients as well. Now, her ideal target market are women ages 28 to 55 wanting a career change and looking to help others grow. Now, these ladies dislike or are tired of the careers that they're in. They've done some self-development work themselves and they truly see the value in it. They want to help others. They want to work from home, have flexible hours, and feel satisfied at the end of the day. Now, these ladies want to eventually become authors, speakers, and master coaches one day. Now, Tanya's immediate business goal, as she indicated on her hot seat application, she wants to create a group coaching program, which she's already created the program, but she wants to implement that program. She wants to coach many people with it, and she wants to create some masterminds and grow her coaching practice in all the ways possible. 3 areas that she's looking for help in: sales and marketing, knowledge of what's next, and how to do it all and charge what she's worth. So she's coming seeking the advice on how to grow her business to a six-figure-a-year business. So it sounds like I'll have my work cut out for me in the next hour. So be sure to stick around, because when I come back, I'm going to be joined by my hot seat coaching client today, Tanya. Hey, thanks for joining us today. As mentioned, it's Hot Seat Coaching Thursday, and my guest today is Tanya Hrehirchuk. Tanya owns a coaching company where she certifies others to become coaches. She helps people get out of their way in their life and their career. She's a certified clinical hypnotherapist, as well as a master life and law of attraction coach. Now, Tanya is currently finishing up 2 books, How to Talk to Kids About Spirit and The Art of Femininity, Stepping into Your Feminine Power. Now, some interesting facts about Tanya. She can hypnotize people, so I'm going to be careful. She's a psychic medium. Yeah, she talks to dead people, just like the Sixth Sense, I guess. And she once participated in a triathlon. That's way too much for me. I'd never get past the swimming stage. So give it up for with some likes, love, shares, and a virtual flurry of thumbs up and heart icons across the screen for my guest today, Tanya. Welcome, Tanya.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in. So, psychic medium. How did you actually get into that? I mean, that's not what we're going to be talking about today, but it's just kind of intriguing, actually, how someone gets into that field.
To be honest with John, I think I've always been psychic. I've always been psychic, but it's a matter of.
So how come you're not predicting what you should do?
Isn't
that the obvious question? Why don't you just predict what you need to do?
That would be way too easy. I can't do it for my own personal gain, though, so it's different. I can predict everybody else's stuff. And I talk to dead people, so it's a little different.
Okay.
They don't show me the lotto numbers, unfortunately.
Well, that's too bad. So at a triathlon?
I did. I set the intention. I saw an older gentleman friend of mine doing it. I went to see him the year before, and he challenged me. He said, do you know what, there's absolutely no reason why you can't be doing this too. And so I took the year of training and I did it. So proud.
Now, I know you're a hypnotherapist, so you actually work in a clinical setting, but have you ever done hypnotize people just for fun? Like,
yes, of course. I love the whole idea of working with the mind. I think it's so important. Hence the coaching as well. I believe that in hypnosis, people have a lucidity about themselves, that they let go of some of their inhibitions. And I always say anybody can be hypnotized. It's just a matter of what you would do. I mean, you won't cluck like a chicken if you wouldn't normally. I'm not a stage hypnotist. I leave that to my expert friends that do that, and
Nice.
they're great at it. But no, for me, I enjoy doing it.
excellent. Well, the first thing we like to do on the show before we get too far into the coaching session is a speed round of questions. There's 10 questions, nothing you actually have to study for. There's no test. You're not going to be graded. And anyone watching at home, just play along. When I ask the question, just type it in the comment field what your answer would be. So you all set?
I am. Let's go.
Okay. So what is name a book that impacted your life the most?
Oh, it would have to be Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Okay. And when you were a young girl, who was your celebrity crush?
Oh, gosh. I didn't really have... I guess Jason Bateman.
Okay.
As always.
Nice. And is there a book or a podcast or a show that you're into right now?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I probably have 10 books on the go at any given time, but for the most part, right now I'm really heavy into NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, so really studying that even more.
Okay. And are you currently working with any coaches?
I am, yes. I have a great coach out of the States,
Okay.
business coach.
And what's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh, gosh.
Something with Jason Bateman?
You would think. Probably Pretty Woman.
Okay. And are you currently involved in any masterminds?
I am. I have a phenomenal mastermind that I'm involved in right now. They're out of the States. I'm out of Canada. And we've been going strong for, I believe, almost 2 years.
Nice. Name a person, either dead or alive, who you most like to meet and have dinner with.
Sigmund Freud all the way.
So what's your favorite type of vacation, beach or adventure tour?
Can I say both?
Well, you can laze around the beach and then decide that you want to do some adventure, so you can do parasailing and
Exactly.
if it's going to be a 7-day vacation, is it you're going to primarily a beach, or are you going to do like 7 days of adventure tour?
Do you know what? Truth be told, I'm a beach bum. Fair skin, fair hair, but I love the sun.
Excellent. What's the best business advice you ever received?
Just do it.
Okay. And next one's a two-part question. It's not what you consume on a regular basis, it's what's your favorite, or maybe you do consume it on a regular basis. So is it water, beer, or wine? And then the second choice is pizza, wings, or salad. So what's your favorite out of water, beer, or wine? And then pizza, wings, or salad?
Favorite would be wine, chased with water. And definitely pizza, but I can only have it once in a while because I'm gluten intolerant. So
okay.
I tend to go towards the salads.
Excellent. And so Tanya, let's get right into it. So I'm just going to quickly go through your application, and I've gone through it in advance. And what we're going to do is I've sort of broken out the answers in sort of in a logical format for you,
Okay.
so that we can at the same time as I'm giving you advice, I'm sort of educating the people at home and watching this as to, so they have a clear understanding that maybe that's something that they want to implement in their business.
Perfect.
Okay, so your immediate business goal is group coaching. You've already had the program created. You want to coach many people. You want to create masterminds. You want help in sales and marketing, knowledge of what's next and how to do it all and charge what you're worth. And you're looking to grow a 6-figure a year business. And this is your coaching business where you coach coaches.
Correct, yes.
Where you train and certify people to be a coach. When you're training them to be a coach, they could come in with whatever expertise that they have, and you're just training them on being an actual coach in whatever field of study or whatever it is that they're an expert in. Is that correct? Or you're training them on to be a very specific coach in this area of expertise?
So I teach law of attraction with neurolinguistic programming threaded throughout it. The whole idea is I am a life coach, and I certify people to become life coaches as well. I help them hone in on what their niche is, but for the most part, that part's I get them to the grassroots of it. A lot of people come in not quite sure what they might niche down to, or don't really have a clue.
Right.
By the time they're halfway through my program, they absolutely know what they want to do.
Okay. So people come in either with knowing what they specifically want to niche into, or not really knowing. They just know that they want to be a coach, they want to help people, but not quite sure exactly how to do it.
Correct.
And then through your program, it becomes very clear as to what they should be helping people do.
Absolutely. Perfect.
Okay. And how are you currently delivering your services right now?
Right now I'm on a one-to-one basis. So each person that I certify is on a one-to-one basis with me. So it's a weekly coaching call, or a weekly call. I have a great program put together. They get sheets each week, and we run through the sheet, and we have coaching calls together. And that's how I grow it right now, but I'm maxed out.
So every person is could be at a different stage, different phase, and it's all delivered via phone, like one-on-one.
Correct, yes.
And you're just basically helping them walk through the sheets for the day or the week, or the exercises that they have to do.
Yes.
Okay. And you're maxed out in your time right now.
I am, yes.
Okay. So how are you currently attracting your clients? First thing.
Some are referrals, some come a variety of ways, a bit through social media, definitely not enough.
Okay.
And the rest are referrals.
Okay. So before we get too far into anything, it's my belief, and I'm a firm believer in building a foundation before you actually build a house.
Yes.
And that foundation, when it comes to growing your business, is being crystal clear on who your ideal target market is, and pains, fears, frustrations, ambitions, and getting the verbiage correct that's going to resonate with these people. Not only resonate with the people that you want to attract, but resonate with the people that you don't want, so they actually stay away and don't waste your time. Because that's equally as important.
It is. I agree.
As attracting the people that you actually want. So you are actually quite clear on your ideal target market. It's women ages 28 to 55, wanting a career change, looking to help others grow, done some self-development work themselves and sees the value in it. And they're tired of their career that they're in. They want to help others. They want to work from home, flexible hours, feeling satisfied with the work that they do at the end of the day. So that's pretty much your ideal target market.
It is.
Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in there that you can actually draw on in your verbiage when you're putting together your website, when you're promoting things on social media, that's going to attract these people, because you want to attract the people in that age range that that don't like their day job, that want to get out of their day job, but they're just not sure about how to get out of their day job. So it sounds like you're very clear. So you need to actually build your messaging around this in such a way that every Facebook post, every tweet, every information package that you put together, every free download, every video that you create talks specifically to your ideal target market and the desired outcome that they want. So do you know what the desired outcome of your ideal target market is? Like, what do they truly want? What is it they're looking to achieve through a coaching program? Is it their freedom? For most people, it's freedom.
Freedom, absolutely.
But freedom means different things to different people.
So a lot of them have children that they want to be able to pick them up in the morning, or take them to school in the morning, pick them up at the end of the day. They want the flexibility to have 2, 3, 4 coaching clients during the day in whatever desired field they're in, and having the flexibility to possibly do it anywhere around the world.
Okay, so all of that stuff needs to be in your messaging, in whatever you're actually creating, because all the stuff that we're going to talk about a little bit later on in the show is all going to come back to this, because all the things they're going to advise you to do is useless doing it unless you understand this and you're very clear. So you always want to, anything that you're going to do moving forward, you want to have a big visual clarity of your ideal target market. And what a lot of people do, they call them avatars, or that's what most people call it, ideal target market, whatever it is. But you want to have that clear picture of their desired outcome. And you boil it right down so much that you give your avatar a name. It's Sally. She's 45. She's married with 2 kids, this age. Her kids play soccer. She's currently an executive but wants to spend more time with her children. She's taken some personal development courses through her work or on her own. She wants more out of life. She knows that there's more to life than punching the corporate clock and missing out on her kids, what our kids are doing. So paint that picture and have it visual of Sally with the kids, the family, like just cut out some picture and be very clear of her likes, dislikes, what she wants, what her kids are involved in extracurricular, that she's, her pains are that she's missing out on a lot of her kids' life. They're growing up. She's not able to take them to school, spend more time with them. Because if you have that picture painted in front of you, then every time you go to craft a piece of message, any piece of content, you just look at her and all of that information that surrounds her, and you draw on that in everything that you create, whether it be written format, whether it be a video, audio, a free download. All of that is really your foundation, and that's what's going to attract and resonate your ideal target market. And people that don't resonate with that message, chances are they're not going to be attracted to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that totally makes sense. I get that. So hone in really strongly on my avatar. Okay.
Yeah. So and paint a picture, and like I said, just even if it's a visual, just make a vision board of who your avatar is, and then every time that you're going to all the stuff that we're going to get into just a little bit later on in the show, you're going to draw back on that, because there's a lot of things that we're going to talk about, especially when it comes to content and giving value and being engaged and doing things on social and video. All of that stuff is pointless without that messaging.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Good.
Let's see. So, and this, you should be looking at being on a variety of platforms, and we're going to talk about those platforms in just a few minutes. So let's get back into it, Tanya. So we're going to talk a little bit about the exposure. Okay. So right now you're getting some clients through just through social media and word of mouth. Okay, so I was on your social media accounts, of which you only have 2.
Oh dear. Okay. Yes.
So you have Facebook and LinkedIn, and right. Of course, I'm not saying that Facebook is the #1 social media account, yeah. And LinkedIn, obviously, you're going after the professional crowd.
Correct.
But other crowds, everyone is not always on one platform, and they're on a variety of different platforms, and they take in information in different mediums. And that being, some people like images.
Yes.
So if you're a lady, there's the high demographic of ladies that use Pinterest. And Instagram.
Yes.
Is hugely visual. So posting images on Instagram with inspirational quotes and things like that, that's going to attract your ideal target market. So being on a variety of different platforms is just going to broaden your exposure. Now that can be time consuming.
Yes.
So, like one thing that I've done is I have that Authority Acceleration program, and if you have listened to any of the stuff that I teach, it's doing one thing and then repurposing that one thing for all these other platforms. So you're not spending all your time doing individual things. You do one thing and then you repurpose it. So you're leveraging that one thing, you're leveraging your time, and you're using it more effectively than sitting down and creating all these different posts and all these different images. So leveraging, so you need to build up your exposure. So you need to figure out where your ideal target market is, and I'm quite sure a lot of them are on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And a lot of them, everybody's on Facebook. I don't care if they say that, executives aren't on Facebook. They're on Facebook.
They are.
You just need to figure out where they're hanging out. So what pages do they like? What things are they interested in? And that's going to come about when you figure out who your ideal target market is, because you're going to know their likes or dislikes, and you're going to be able to find pages that people might be associated with, and you start to engage with people in there without blatantly selling to people. Like, you're just creating some engagement. Same thing on Twitter. You're just creating engagement. You're finding people in a similar field that you're in. You're creating some engagement, and in your profile on all your social accounts, it links back to your website, where people can, if people wants to know more about you because you're providing some good value, you're posting things on a regular basis, it's like, oh, who's this Tanya girl? I'll check out her profile, and oh, it links to her website. Let's go check out her website. And then she has an effective website that is going to speak directly to her ideal target market, and there's going to be reason there for people to give you their contact information.
Makes sense.
So it's not easy to just all of a sudden blow up into 6 or 7 different platforms, but start with the platforms you have and create content that can be easily distributed. And it could be, when you're putting out a piece of content, just as easy enough to just creating Twitter's 146 characters.
Right.
A post that is going to attract people and drive them to that piece of content that you created. So you're cross-channel marketing is what you're doing. You're using these different platforms to get people to other platforms to build, and eventually getting them on your list, to your website and on your list. Because if you're driving them to your website, have you heard of Facebook Pixels or Google Pixels?
Yes.
So it gives you the ability to retarget people. So if people just land on your website but don't give you their contact information, you can still market to them directly through Facebook. So it's going to come in their news feed, or if you're doing a blog post, you can target those people with your piece of content. Because when you're doing marketing, it's not always about asking for a sale. It's about just promoting yourself and giving a lot of valuable content. So that could be promoting a post. You do a post on Facebook that drives them to your website. You want to promote that post. Well, you want to promote it to your ideal target market.
Yes.
So if you have people that go to your website on a regular basis, you've pixeled them, now you can directly get that post in front of those people, because right now Facebook, when you do a post on Facebook, you're only hitting 3 to 5% of the people that are actually your like your page or your friends. But right now, Facebook is giving so much attention to Facebook Live, which is one of the reasons why I do this show,
right,
because you're going to hit 60, 70, 80% of the people that are in your audience that like your page. And then constantly, as you know, through the show, I'm constantly asking people to like, love, share this video. So, if you can get 2-3 shares on a regular basis from people that follow you or believe in your services, then it's going to reach more people on a regular basis.
Okay, that makes total sense.
So social messaging boils back to all of that stuff we created, that foundation.
Okay.
And live video. Like, there's nothing like live video right now. It doesn't have to be a big production like this. It can just be with your phone, and you just hit the live button, and then you just start talking to Sally, your ideal target market.
Right.
You're pretending that you're talking to Sally, and NLP, so you know what to say that's going to get Sally, move Sally to take action.
Okay.
And taking action doesn't mean that you're asking them to buy anything. Taking action just means that you're asking them to like their page or share their video or go check out this blog that I just posted. But doing that and getting people to engage with you, and then following up with that engagement, because during this show, people will comment, people will like it, and then I always try to reach out to them during the show. But if not, if you go back to any of my shows, I'm posting all kinds of messages. Doesn't matter who the messages are from. If they're from my favorite good friend and watcher, Andy Lockwood, who likes to leave me lots of messages, post lots of stuff that's usually not related to the show, but I always go back in and engage with these people, because people like that engagement. They want to know that you're there and you're actually engaging with them one-on-one. So that's very important. And there's nothing like live video right now, Facebook Live, that enables you to do that. And it's just all you need is this, a smartphone. You hit that live button, go live, and as you know, there's somebody there was somebody doing it for you right now.
Yes.
Earlier during the show. So
Yeah.
it's just that easy. So you're trying to create that engagement and then trying to get that exposure, because it's really all about the exposure. So even after a live video has been done, you can actually promote that post to get more exposure to your ideal target market.
Makes sense.
So, and people will stop and watch a video, especially if it's live, more so than anything else. Okay, so does that make sense so far?
That totally makes sense. That's how you got me. I started watching your show.
So it actually works, right?
It
You get
works.
people in, and so, and also you gotta have the ultimate goal. So the ultimate goal is you eventually want to get people to your site, and you eventually want to get their contact information. Okay, so using all these platforms, all these different mediums to get you the exposure to eventually get people to consume your content and go to your site for, all the free stuff you're going to give them, because you need to be giving people free stuff along with the content. Give them free stuff in order for that exchange to take place. Name an email for more free stuff.
Right.
Name an email for more free stuff. But the more value you give, if you're constantly putting stuff out there of value without really asking for stuff in return, people will see you as someone that is genuine, authentic, and you're really a giving person. So when you do ask, for an email, they're going to already know you, like you, and chances are they're going to trust you if they're following you on a regular basis, consuming all your content. So the exchange is very easy. The exchange for cold traffic, which is someone who doesn't know you, like you, or trust you, is much harder than somebody who knows you, likes you, and trusts you. That exchange of email for something of value is very easy. And that something of value, chances are you already have something, or you know that to put something together that's going to speak directly to your addressing the pains, fears, frustrations, or ambitions of your ideal target market. It's going to help them achieve their desired outcome, because that's what people will do that exchange for. If you're going to help them achieve their desired outcome.
And I have a ton of free content. So it's knowing how to knowing how to market, knowing how to put it out there, knowing just how to get it out there.
Yeah. So, whether it's blog posts, whether it's tweets, it's just repurposing the stuff that you've already created and just using the correct verbiage that's going to attract your ideal target market. You're going to speak directly to Sally and talk about her desired outcomes or things that she wants, the benefits of having that freedom. The benefits that go along with that is she gets to spend more time with her kids, with her husband.
Yes.
She gets to watch those soccer games. Those are the benefits that come with the desired outcome of having that freedom. And you're just going to show her how she's going to achieve that freedom so that she can have those benefits by getting into your coaching program.
Perfect to me.
That makes sense. It's a good thing this is being recorded so that you can go back and listen to it, and then it's like, okay, here's what he said to do. Okay, so the next thing is value. We touched on this a little bit just previously, but it's providing value.
Okay.
It's giving your ideal target market some value, because you need to build that audience. So giving value in the form of blog posts, in the form of live video,
Yes.
in the form of just video itself. One of the things I do with this live video, as you notice, when I do this live video, I reintroduce you.
Yes.
I do that 5 times. And there's the purpose behind that is that every time I reintroduce you is a start of a new segment.
Okay.
I'm very transparent about my show.
Are you ever?
It's a start of a new segment. And that new segment is going to be one piece of content. So the segment is typically between 7 to 9 minutes long. So this 1 hour show will have multiple segments. And then I can repurpose that segment and then promote that 5 or 7 minute video with some new text. And, so out of a 1 hour show, I might have 5, 6 different segments that I can repurpose, but giving value to people. If they don't want to sit and watch the 1 hour show, well, I'm going to chunk it down. Maybe they're just interested in one little piece, and I can provide that one little piece in a bite-sized morsel. for them.
That makes total sense.
And also, when I do the live video, I get it transcribed. So yeah, I may have a script, I may have something to follow, but I don't know what exactly I'm going to say, and I don't know exactly what my guest is going to say. So I'll always get it transcribed. Then I can turn that transcription into content that I can give away, give value to people that are watching the show. So there's a lot of things that you can do to give value, live video, blogs, free giveaways. You want to be constantly giving value. You want to give, 9 times more than you're actually asking for anything. Provide a lot of value, because then people will get to know you, like you, and trust you. And then that exchange of the name for email is easy. And then, when they're consuming that stuff, they're more interested in how they can achieve the desired outcome that you keep talking about, and the benefits along that way. Because you remember, everything you do, you're talking to Sally about spending more time with her kids and going to their soccer games, and not being asked to work late, even though that there's a party that you're supposed to be going to with your family, and you're forced to work. So all of those things, those real life things that people face, talking about those in all of the value that you give people is really going to draw them closer and closer and closer to you, to the point where they see that you have a solution that can help them out of that situation in their life, that's going to help them achieve what it is they want to achieve. And you're going to do that through constantly giving them value.
That's great. That's exactly what I want.
Okay, so it's just having that strategy. Say, okay, well, every week I'm going to take the stuff I already have, maybe change up some wording, but I have to do a tweet for Sally, specifically for Sally, that's going to drive people back to my website to read that blog or watch that video that I just created, or something like that, to constantly grow your exposure and get more people to know you, like you, and trust you, and by giving them a ton of value. So that includes lead magnets. Do you know what a lead magnet is?
I do, but let's just go over it.
Okay, lead magnet is something that you're going to give people in exchange for their email address.
Okay.
So a lead magnet could be just about anything. It could be a PDF, it could be an infographic, it could be a video series, it could be an ebook, it could be an actual book. Like, I've turned my 2 books into PDFs, and I actually give the book away for free as a lead magnet to people that are interested in that particular topic. Okay. So when you finish your books, you want to sell physical copies or Kindle copies, but you should be writing a book for the sole purpose of getting more business, not writing a book to get rich on selling a book, because the amount of people that get rich on selling a book are minuscule.
No, I'm well aware of that.
Yeah. So it's really about getting people to read your book and consume your book, and everything that you stand for is in the book. So if you can give it away as a PDF in exchange for an email address, perfect, because now you got somebody who's willing to take that next step. And once you get these people on your list, or you can do things. I noticed you mentioned that you could do webinars. Are you currently doing webinars?
I'm not. I got to be honest. I'm shy behind the camera, so I've gone live a couple times. But
yeah, I'm
shy.
Like, we're in a room. There's nobody here except the friend holding your camera. But basically, you can't even tell if there's anybody out there or not, because you could be sitting here. There's days I've done shows and times I've done shows where nobody's actually watched live, but I continue to do it.
Yes.
So are you an introvert?
You know what? I'm an extrovert with introvert tendencies.
Okay.
So I have a little bit of dichotomy to me. But truth be told, I'm shy to be put in the spotlight.
Okay. So you don't like to sort of put yourself out there too much, or
yes.
or you struggle with the positioning of yourself as the expert or the authority?
No, because I feel in my coaching practice, I absolutely feel like I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm confident in that. It's the piece behind it of maybe who would listen. There's a little bit to that, but more so to do with just put myself out there in general. So coming onto the show was a little bit different. I'm like, oh man, the business strategies I'm going to get from this is great. So, I have to put myself out there, but the benefit is worth it.
Right. So it's the same thing for doing it for yourself. The benefit far outweighs, because
Yes.
One thing you have to remember, one thing that I was told and I was instructed, is the show is not about you. It
No.
is not for you at all. What you create is not for you. You're creating value to the people who need what you have to offer. If you have something to give, it is not about you. It's about helping people that are looking for someone just like you to provide them some guidance to help them along their journey.
Okay.
So it's not about you, it's about them.
Okay,
It's
that's
about
a
how
great
can
reminder.
you how can you serve these people, because
Right.
all businesses are there to just serve. Like
Absolutely.
we're all put on this earth to serve others with our unique talents and gifts. So one, you need to be figure out what those unique talents and gifts are. I think you've already figured that out. I know I figured it out for myself. And it's like, okay, well, how can I help and serve more people
Yes.
with my unique talents and gifts? So I'm not saying that I'm a gifted talk show host or anything like that, but I can help people. I can serve more people by hosting this show, by bringing on experts, by talking about the things that I'm passionate about.
Absolutely.
And I'm an introvert. I am a very proud introvert. But doing a show, because the show is not about me.
Right.
So many people are tied up in, I'm not good enough looking, I'm not fit enough, I'm too shy, whatever. Get over yourself. It's not about you.
Okay.
It's about helping the people out there by letting them know that you have some very unique talents and gifts, and you can help them on their journey to reaching their desired outcome. Because
Okay,
you're just there to serve them.
I got it.
You're there to serve them, for no other reason. So you got to put your ego aside, or get rid of your ego altogether, and just focus on serving these people, even if there's nobody watching. So I'm looking at this right now. I see some thumbs up. So
I did
obviously, some people are watching this. But even if there was nobody watching this,
Yes.
I'm serving you, and
Yeah,
I'm serving
absolutely.
anybody that's going to watch this. So you need to get yourself in that mindset. And I know you how to do it. You're NLP trained. You're a hypnotherapist.
I know.
Like, get over yourself
Okay.
and help more people.
I
That
love
makes
that.
sense?
No, that totally makes sense, and it's a great reminder for me. So I preach it. So I should really
Okay,
practice.
so webinars, and Nobby likes that. So a good friend from Australia, Nobby's on. So
Hi, Nobby.
thanks for that, Nobby. So webinars,
Yes.
it's a great way to add value. Now, typically, webinars are combined with sales. So a lot of times you'll do a webinar, 60, 90 minutes. You'll provide great value, but typically you'll have an offer as well, a
Right.
way for these people to actually work with you, or to get more information, or to take that next step, which is really what it's about, is moving them along to taking the action to take that next step. If they truly want the desired outcome, well, here's the next logical step in the journey, is to get involved in this, buying this digital course, or get involved in this group coaching program,
Right.
which is what you're going to be offering.
Yes.
Is we're going to get into what you offer now and how you need to shift that, because right now you're maxed out on your time.
I am, and it's frustrating because I want to help more people. So this is the group coaching concept of it. I want to be able to help way more people than who I'm helping now.
Right.
So
So right now, you're primarily doing the one-on-one coaching.
correct.
Okay. Are you comfortable sharing how much you charge?
$250 for one session, but I try to shy away from that, and I sign 3-month contracts with
Okay.
people, and so
So a 3-month contract, is that 12 sessions?
it all depends on their availability, my availability, and how that works.
Okay, so it's not a set program. Like, you don't have a set coaching program. It's like,
No.
it's going to take you 12 weeks to complete this program, and that means 1 hour a week coaching with me for 12 weeks. It's not that type of a program.
No,
Okay.
I tailor it to the person.
Okay.
So however that looks. So normally how I'll do it is usually about $750 a month will get you 4 coaching sessions.
Okay. So that's just under $200 a month.
Yes.
$200 per
Per
session.
session.
Okay. And how many hours a week do you work?
Me personally, how many hours are in a week? No, I'm kidding.
No, that you're actually coaching these.
That I'm actually, so 1 hour a
students.
week for that.
No, I mean in total. So how many students do you have per week that you're coaching?
I have 12.
Okay, so that's 12 hours a week.
Yes.
Okay, so where's all the rest of your time?
Spending on other businesses, spending on doing more content, working on my books.
Okay. So one thing you're going to need to figure out is an easy way to do this is, okay, how much income do you pull in from each business?
Okay.
Then per month, and then how many hours do you work on each business per month? And you want to figure out how much you make per hour per business. And the one that you make the most money per hour per business is where you need to focus the majority of your time and spend less time on the other businesses, because if you want to make more money, 6 figures a year, you need to focus on the ones that are bringing you the greatest return.
And I am getting more clear on that. So we're getting there.
If you're only spending 12 hours a week on those businesses, just imagine if you double that and we're doing 24 hours a week on that particular business times $200, that's $4,800 a week, which works out to be almost 20 grand a month, which works out to be $240,000 a year. So that was pretty quick and easy math.
Yes.
So you've just basically reached your 6-figure a year goal by just changing what your primary time focus is going to be on. And I understand you have other things, but which one's going to help you achieve your desired outcome?
Yes, so, and passion-wise too,
and
right?
focus on that.
Yeah.
And then figuring out, how much you charge right now. Could you double your number of clients right now, charging what you charge? So typically, what you need to do is figure out if this coaching thing is the one that's going to make you the most money. You need to spend more time doing it. So you need to attract more people, get them in, and say get an extra 5, 10 hours a week worth of coaching clients, and then determine if you want to get to a point where you're working the number of hours you want to work. Just, if that's 20 hours a week or 30 hours a week, whatever it is, you get comfortable. And you want to get to that point. First you want to reach that point. And then once you reach that point, and then you have more people that want to work with you, but you are maxed out at that number of hours, it's time to then increase how much you charge per hour. Okay. Because there'll be a trade-off where you can charge more people more per hour, and a few people will drop off, but then some people will come in. So will make the same amount of money or a little bit more, but you will spend less time doing it. Right. And then you can spend that time focusing on the group coaching stuff. But I think you need some clarity as what are you going to focus your energy and time on right now? Because if you're diverse into 4 different things, you're not really giving the effort to the one that you really are wanting to achieve, I think.
Grow and yes.
Yeah, so you need to get clear and make some changes there, I think, before you start introducing a lot of this stuff, because you introduce a lot of this stuff into that business, and the next thing you know, it's going to take time to introduce this stuff into that business. And by doing that, that means that there's going to be less time for the other stuff. So you need to, I know I need to give that up to focus more time and energy, to attract more people, to deliver more value, to focus on this thing, so I can get more people into my funnel, so I can sell more coaching.
And that makes total sense.
Okay. So that's the only thing that you're offering right now, is that one-on-one coaching.
Yes.
And so it's just referrals and some social media where they reach out to you, and there's a back and forth. Typically, that takes a bunch of your time. And then is a lot of what you say the same stuff over and over?
Yes.
Okay. So you need to build called a sales funnel.
Okay.
Now, a sales funnel will actually take the person through a lot of these steps and where you do some videos or you create some PDFs that talk about all the things that you talk one-on-one to people out on a regular basis. And during that video, you're laying out the benefits. You're handling objections before they become objections throughout. You know how to craft it.
Yes, I do.
Talk through with your NLP, crafting it in such a way that gets people to say yes. So you create that automated funnel so that when people are clicking, they're going through it, and they just click the button to buy or book a pay to book a consultation, because you want to take them through that process for free. So you've done all the work up front, so you're not spending any time one-on-one with people. They go through that process, and if they actually want to, they can either buy or have a consultation, but that consultation is going to cost them because you've already said everything that you typically say anyway. So why spend all that time and energy saying it over and over and over again when you can just drive them to that sales funnel, have those videos, do it all for you, and at the end they're buying into your coaching program.
Okay.
And that, I would build an actual coaching program. It's a 12-week program.
So I do have a coaching program, my coaching certification program. I do have that.
Okay.
So I have 12 coaching clients right now, but then I also have 6 students that I work with right now.
And the students are
going through the certification process, which is a year. Okay,
so you have 2 different programs. So you have the program where you're teaching. Okay, I'm slightly confused. Can you just clarify the certification program, the 1-year certification program, and the one-on-one coaching? Could you just?
So the students go through my coaching program.
Okay.
That's separate from the people that I coach.
Okay, so what is the difference in the what they receive? So I understand that if I go through a 1-year program, I'm going to be a certified coach.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so what are you teaching the other people, or what are you coaching the other people on?
A variety of stuff.
So it's life. So it's actually your life coaching.
Correct.
And this is building and training and certifying coaches.
Correct.
Okay, to do what you're doing with these people over here. So I need the visual, right? You're helping individuals over here, and then you're helping people to be able to help individuals.
Yes.
Okay, which one is generating you more money right now? Which one is bringing you in more income?
If you look at it over the year individually, it's the certification program is not the one that's bringing me income. That's why I want to create it in a group setting. As
opposed to delivering it one-on-one.
Correct, yes.
Which is ideal.
Yes.
Because that's a very structured program.
Yes, it is.
It's not individual. Okay, so I understand it's individual based, and I understand now that this is a structured program, the 1 year, that you have to do these very specific things in order to get certified.
Correct.
Okay, I'm clear now. I'm clear on what you're delivering. So you want to grow this one as opposed to growing this one, because this one consumes probably more of your time than this one does, right?
Yes,
you can't leverage this one.
I can't.
As well as you could leverage this one.
Correct, yes.
This one you can leverage. You can leverage in a multitude of different ways by doing a lot of the course, delivering it digitally, or through webinars, things like that, so you can have as many people watching it as you can, all paying the same amount of money and delivering it.
Yes.
Do you have this created digitally right now?
I do not.
So you have all the content, the worksheets, the workbooks, everything that they have to go through.
Oh, yes.
It's just the delivery is not
not refined.
No, you're just doing it individually, one-on-one per person. Okay. So what you would want to think to work towards is starting an actual group coaching. A lot of the stuff we've talked about, giving value and all of that stuff, could lead people to the path, if they want to become a certified coach, lead them to the path of joining and becoming into this group coaching program. So you're going to build this group coaching program. You're going to drive people through the messaging,
Yes.
through starting to do some engagement, getting more exposure, giving away a lot of value, because really you've got two different markets here. You've got the Sally who wants to be a certified
Right.
coach, and then you got the people over here that just want your help
Yes.
in whatever field, whatever life challenge that they have. You're just going to help them work through it.
Right.
So you have the people over here that are going to be want to get into the certification. These are the Sallys.
And I want to work with more Sallys.
You want more Sallys. Okay. So then if you want more Sallys, you need to create the majority of your messaging towards Sallys.
Yes.
And get Sallys in that. And you set a date, 3-6 months from now, of when your first group coaching session is going to start.
Okay.
Figure out how you're going to deliver it. Typically through webinar based is ideal,
Yes.
or a membership area where you're doing the live coaching inside the membership area.
Yes.
And you want to record everything that you do. You want to record it so that after you've done the first year, it's all recorded stuff.
Okay, that's good.
So you can actually start, so let's say 6 months from today, you're going to start your first group coaching program.
Okay.
Then you can start a second group coaching program 9 months from today. And when people buy into that, they're just starting every week, they're watching the pre-recorded video that you've already done.
Okay. Yes.
So the first group is going to help you build all the recordings.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, the second group are watching the recordings, but you still may be in there. You're not spending the time delivering live, but you may be in there answering the questions.
Right.
So then it becomes more of a digital course that they actually take.
Oh,
So they're
okay.
buying into that digital, because once you actually create it once, then you have that recording, and then it just goes into a membership area, and then every week or every month, once it's all in the membership area, every week or every month, a new module is released.
Yes.
And then they do work on that one. Then the next week another module is released.
Yes.
So it's all timed, it's all automated in that membership area, like Kajabi, for example. It's all looked after. I see Nobby has created a program that people can self-serve with so that you can leverage your time. So that's what we were just talking about, is building it. So getting the first group and recording it as you're building it so that you have the second group that is going to be able to consume it, all the recorded.
That makes a lot of sense.
So then what you're doing is you're always driving people, because once it's created, then you have the sales funnels that are always driving people at any given time into becoming a member. The last thing I wanted to talk to you about is what we were talking, just a continuation on here, is what's called an ascension model.
Okay.
Okay, so an ascension model, what that means is you're getting somebody in at a lower price point, and then once you get them in, so you get somebody in for free, then you get them to buy sort of your lowest price point item,
Okay.
and then you ascend them to the next price point item, and then ascend them again. So a typical scenario would be you get somebody into your free lead magnet, so that's your free book or your free PDF or your free video series. So once they're in there and you're delivering more value, you ask them to buy into your digital group coaching program,
Right.
which is already created, or even if it's your very first one, you're going to be creating it as you go, but it's your digital group coaching program. So that's sort of the lowest entry point, because once it's created, you can be selling it for, a fraction of what you actually deliver it one-on-one.
Right.
And then you're trying to get more people in there. So instead of you only being able to deliver it to, X number of people a month, there is no limit to the number of people you can get in there. So you can offer it at a discounted price. And then the next thing is you want to ascend them to either high-end one-on-one coaching. So if they actually want the one-on-one coaching, it's no longer $750 a month for 4 sessions. you figure out what your price is. Maybe it's maybe you focus on you have a monthly retainer, or some of the coaches I pay, for example, it's $10,000 US for 5 hours.
Yeah.
You figure out what you want to make, and you work it backwards. So if you want to make $1 million and you want to work 40 hours a week, you figure out how much you have to make an hour, which is X number of dollars. So, set it, and that becomes how much you charge people for that one-on-one. And typically, booking 1 hour is much more expensive than booking 3 hours or booking for the day, right? You want to give them the volume discount for more hours of your time, because you want less 1 hour ones and more full days. And we'll say full day is 5 hours. So you want more 5 hour ones at $10,000 per pop versus, the $500 or $1,000 1 hour a day ones. Okay. So you're moving them into the one-on-one coaching, and then you're from there, from the digital as well as the one-on-one, you're trying to get them into the mastermind, which is the higher level. They're paying $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 US per year is not unheard of at all, as you know.
No, 25, 50,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Into those coaching programs, and that's your high end, and that's your typical ascension model. So you're going to get a large base of people in for the free. Then you're going to get fewer people that are actually buying your digital, and then fewer people that are going into the one-on-one group coaching or the mastermind. And it's just, it gets narrower, but the numbers get much bigger. So, but down here, you're spending less time because you've done the digital, you've created it, and you're delivering it all automatically, because you have systems built and set up that's all automated. That's an automated process. And the rest is just when people are interested in the one-on-one or the high-end stuff, that's when you do the communication with them, and you value your time, because if you don't value your time, no one else is going to value it.
You're right.
So if you set a marker to say, okay, this is how much time I have, and potentially making yourself less available, because if you're harder to get a hold of, then people can see, well, okay, I understand why it's like so much money, because she's hard to get a hold of, right?
I'm already hard to get a hold of.
Exactly. So that's the typical ascension model, is like free, low end, group, one-on-one, mastermind. Typical traditional ascension model in sort of the coaching space.
I love it. That's great.
So just let me go through and see if I actually answered all of your questions. Let's see. Sales and marketing. Well, we touched on that. You need to do more engaging. You need to create more content and be very strategic about distributing it. And having something of value to give away, to do that exchange, so that you can start doing the webinars and the live video, and calling people to action to either consume the free stuff or buy into your group coaching. There's nothing that says you can't just promote a webinar, free webinar, and at the end of the free webinar, you're selling your group coaching program. You can do that. You can go right from cold traffic to a webinar, because in the webinar, you're going to get them to know you, like you, and trust you. That's a typical Frank Kern's model. He sort of skipped all that other stuff, goes right to cold traffic, drives them to a webinar. During that 60 to 90 minutes, he gets you to know him, like him, and trust him enough to buy that $1,000 or $2,000 program that he's offering, right? But he's doing it right from cold traffic. So you can do it from warm traffic, you can do it from cold traffic. It all depends on your model, but there's nothing that says that you can't tomorrow. You can't pick a date in the future, and tomorrow you start doing webinars every single week. And the purpose, or every month, and the purpose is to get people to buy into your group coaching program, which is going to start on this date. So you want to give yourself at least 3 months, maybe 9 or 6 months, to be working on that and promoting it and building up the content that's always going to drive people to take that action.
Right.
So knowledge of what's next. Did I give you...
This is great content. So yes.
Give you lots of knowledge on what to do next.
Pretty clear.
You go back and watch the video and just sort of, there's so much stuff. I just sort of fire hose of information. And how do you charge what you're worth? Well, I think the ascension model, and by focusing on what it is that makes you the most money. So if that's the Sally's over here, then you focus on the Sally's, and you let some of the other business go, and you go by, and you spend more time focusing on the Sally's until you you can't take on any more Sally's at the moment, and then you raise your prices, and you do it, and then if a bunch of Sally's fall off, you keep attracting until you get more Sally's, and then once you're full of Sally's again, this is for the one-on-one, then you raise your prices again.
Right.
And you just keep raising your prices until you get to the point where you'll figure out where it is that people will stop paying you. And it's about there, that's when you know that you've hit your price threshold.
Right.
Okay. So that's how you charge for what you're worth, and how to grow your business to 6 figures. So hopefully in all of that stuff, one of the easiest ones is focus more on what makes you money. So focusing on attracting the Sally's and building that group coaching program. There's not a lot of stuff that you need to start doing a group coaching program right now. It's really just putting the messaging out there, picking a date, putting the messaging out there, and being consistent, persistent about driving people to the webinars or however you're going to deliver the content to get them to buy into it.
Makes sense.
Okay?
Yes.
So was I able to help you out?
It was excellent. Yes, for sure. It was great help.
Yeah, I think that is that's the coaching hot seat.
That's really great content, and it was fun being here.
So hopefully
not as scary as I thought.
No, and you'll be able to just go to the Facebook page to watch this video. You can download it and just watch it and make notes, get all the information. And of course, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, just contact me, and then I'll help you work through it. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. It was a great session. I love having people live in the studio. It's much more engaging. I love doing the coaching sessions.
Oh yes, you can tell.
It's more fun to actually doing the coaching sessions than a lot of the other episodes. So I want to thank everybody for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. And as always, please like, love, share this video with anyone on your Facebook feed. But please stick around because I have some closing remarks for you. So thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Well, thanks for joining me on today's John A. McCabe Show, where we work with entrepreneurs, business owners, authors, experts, and speakers get seen, get heard, get noticed anywhere, anytime, on any device. Now, also known as the Authority Acceleration Blueprint. Now, if you're someone who's looking to take your business to the next level and want to get some coaching advice, why not apply to be a guest on today's show? Now, for most entrepreneurs, we want to create a life of our own, create our own path, and do what we can to reach our own desired outcome, which is generally freedom. Freedom to choose what we want to do, when we want to do it, and with whom we want to do it. A life that's full of options and choices, where we worry less about money and more about the quality of time that we spend with others. Now, a great way to make that happen is to leverage other people's knowledge, time, and skill sets. Step 1 to reaching our freedom life is to realize that you can't do it alone. Working with a coach or being involved in masterminds is a great way for entrepreneurs to move their business forward. Now, a coach can help you shorten the time frame to get you from where you are to where you want to be, while being part of a mastermind is meant to bring entrepreneurs together, all with the goal of helping each other move forward with their business. Now, the second step to creating the life you envision for yourself as an entrepreneur is to implement systems into your business so you can streamline your operations, leverage systems, and free up your time to focus on your family, having fun, and the highest leverage activities in your business. You know, the activities that get you the biggest return on your time invested, the ones that truly make you money. Now, sometimes we just don't know what systems we need, how to implement those systems, or even have the time to find out what is needed. Now, working with a coach or consultant that understands, uses, and specializes in systems that can streamline your operations can help save you time, aggravation, and make you a lot more money. Now, for example, having a system or strategy that allows you to leverage just 15 hours of your time into enough repurposed content to get you seen, get you heard, get you noticed anywhere, anytime, on any device is a great example of leverage. Now, just imagine a system where you invest just 15 hours of your time, and the end result is you're a #1 best-selling author. You have enough content that's going to get you seen, get you heard, get you noticed anywhere, anytime, on any device. You have a successful podcast. Now it's automatically attracting more attention, giving more value, and generating more leads, which enables you to attract an abundance of paying customers. Now this is also known as the Authority Acceleration Blueprint. Now to find out more about the Authority Acceleration Blueprint coaching program or mastermind, then contact me via my website at johnamccabe.com or connect with me through my show's Facebook page. Now again, thank you for joining us on today's show, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show when I have another great guest on discussing their business and accelerating their authority. So have yourself an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon.